subconscious or the unconscious state that a person could get into once they play with the unconscious mind, because many do not understand the potential of the subconscious or the unconscious mind, and a few of them just understand a little bit about it and they do not utilize it to maximum usage. Just elaborate on that, Hal.
So let's talk about state, right? And when we talk about hypnosis and a hypnotic state, you have been, so many of you have been into a hypnotic state, okay? It is very natural. In fact, it's one of the most amazing most amazing and productive states that is possible. Why is that? It's because your conscious mind and your unconscious mind, when they are aligned, when they're going in the same direction, that can create a hypnotic state. I'll give you a couple of examples. And David, you will be my proxy for the audience, okay?
Great.
So David, have you ever started to read a book and, you get distracted, and you think of something and you're like, oh my God, I need to do this. And then you just reread the same few lines over and over again. And, it takes you 1 hour to read 2 pages. Have you ever had a state like that?
In a very early stage of my reading, yes.
Okay, yeah. And have you ever done that in other areas of your life? Maybe you're working and you're typing. You've written a number of things. When you've written a book, maybe you're writing, but sometimes you're not in a flow. Your mind is all over the place, and it takes you a couple of hours to write 1 page. Have you ever experienced that?
Yes, very much so.
Okay. On the flip side, have you ever had a time in your life where you were just in the flow, like nothing else mattered? You were just reading, or writing, and within 1 hour you did 4 days of work. Have you ever experienced that?
Very much so, of recent times, and that's what I call being in the zone.
Exactly. The zone is a trance state. Let me tell you, if you're a dancer, if someone is a dancer, when somebody dances, are they telling their arm lift up, right hand down? No, they are in a trance state. Your conscious and unconscious are aligned and your body just flows. When someone is racing, if you go to an Olympic racer, right, and you talk to them and you say, what happens? Ready, set, go. And it'll be like tunnel vision. They're not thinking of laundry. They're not thinking of, should I call Bob next week? They're not thinking of, I hope I don't miss Muneer on 10 News Live. They're not thinking anything like that. It is a singular focused state of attention where all of your mind, your conscious and unconscious, is focused on one thing. That is a trance state. And so, so Dipali is asking, what's the advantage of being in a hypnotic state? So a trance state, so let's just talk about the trance state for now. When you have a trance state, you are more productive. You are going to get a lot more done. Just like with David's example, you'd write, 4 days of work within an hour. You would read chapters within an hour. You wanted to say something, David?
Yeah, I was, because that's the time when you've got synchronity. That's the term I use, where the two are in sync, that nothing can break it, and that bondage just creates this tsunami of massive things flowing through. Am I right?
100%. And I give the example of athletes. You ask any athlete about when they've been in the zone, and they will describe a trance state that is so powerful. Because a lot of people think of a trance state as it can be, but it doesn't have to be. It's all of your mind focused on one thing. It's like saying when you have 5 people work on something, you're going to get a lot more power to one thing. It's the same with your mind. When you have all of your brain focused on one thing, you're going to achieve so much more. And it doesn't just have to be an athlete. I've asked accountants. When an accountant gets into the numbers on an Excel sheet, And it's like if someone comes and talks to them, they're like, they are zoned out.